Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a mini book haul for you, as well as some other things that have been interesting me lately that I want to tell you about. I'd like to just get this out of the way. I appreciate all your likes and subscribes and comments, and so if you like what I am saying and you want to hear more about it, please go ahead and subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. I appreciate all of your support. Today I have a mini book haul and just some other things that I want to talk to you about. So the first thing I want to show you is this box from Book of the Month. I recently joined Book of the Month, so this is not like a paid advertisement. This is just me telling you how much I like Book of the Month. But there are a few things that I didn't know going into it that I would like to clarify for you. So one of the things that they like to promote about their company is that if you don't like the books that are being offered that month, you can just go ahead and skip them and you won't be charged, and no hard feelings. The thing about that is, though, if you decide that you don't want a book that month, you have to get on the app and basically say, nope, not interested in your books this month. Otherwise, if you don't and you just don't pick a book by a certain date, they will charge you for the book, and it just becomes a credit that you can use it in a later time. So, they're not like scamming you. They're not, charging you for something that you're not getting or anything like that. It's just something that you might want to be aware of. This was my third box with Book of the Month, and so I became their friend, and I got a cool little bookmark that says friend. So every month you get a bookmark that says something different. It's cute. It says, welcome to the friend zone in a good way. And when you hit the friend level, you get a few perks. I don't remember what all of the perks are, but the one that I think I'll probably use the most is that when you get a book as an add-on, so it's a book that they've had in the past or a book that they're offering that's not officially the book of the month that you're in, you get $5 off of that book. So I don't know, that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and start with what I got. This month I picked a Lisa Jewell book. None of this is true. I'll be honest with you, I didn't really love any of the books this month, but I did have 3 credits that I was just excited to use. So I went ahead and picked this one. I've read a couple of other books by Lisa Jewell, and so I'm kind of excited to read this one. And then I went ahead and ordered 2 books that were from previous months as an add-on. So I got The Adventures of Amina al-Sirafi by Shannon Chakraborty. I've seen lots of great things about this, and I definitely want to read this one really soon. This other book, I just love it. It's a cover buy for me. The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. I don't really know a whole lot about this book or what it's about, but I'm really excited to read it, and it's just really pretty. So those are the 3 books that I got for Book of the Month. The next 2 books are books that I ordered through Barnes & Nobles. So again, this is not a paid anything from Barnes & Nobles, but I do want to talk to you about the premium membership. Before they offered the premium membership, I had the educator's discount, which gave me like 20% off. And then they decided to do away with that and offer different levels of membership. Well, because I had previously had an educator's discount, one of the perks of that was that I got the first year of the premium membership for free. So it does cost money each year. However, I'm not exactly sure how much money it is because I didn't pay for it this year. But there are some pretty cool perks with it. First of all, you get a tote bag, and it's not even like a cheap tote bag. It's got like really thick straps, and I use it all the time, and I really like it. But some of the other perks that you get are you get 10% off of all of your purchases, and then for every certain amount of money you spend, I can't remember what it is exactly, you get a stamp, and then when you get a certain amount of stamps, you get $10 off. It's really cool though, because if you only have like 5 of the stamps filled, which is $5 off, and you don't have, you haven't added up to the $10 yet, and you want to order some books or buy some books in store, they'll let you apply the $5 to your order without waiting until you've racked up the whole $10, if that makes any sense. And then also you get an upgrade in the Starbucks cafe. So like if you order a large, you only have to pay for a medium. So I don't know, that's pretty good for me. This year, 2023, I've been on a book buying ban, which I've talked about in some of my other videos. So the books that I've been ordering, except for Book of the Month, they are all books that just I'm reading. They're in a series, so I need to continue the series. Or they're a book that I have been waiting for a while for it to come out. Or I bought it because I had a gift card. So these two books that I just got from Barnes & Nobles are both books that complete a series. So I have the third book in the Mistborn series from Brandon Sanderson. I just finished The Well of Ascension in July. I will probably go ahead and read this one in September and wrap up that series. I definitely recommend it. This is my first experience with Brandon Sanderson, and so far I love him, and I can't wait to read all of his back stuff. And I also got the third book in the Wayward Children series by Seanan McGuire. This is Beneath the Sugar Sky. If you haven't checked out this series, I definitely suggest that you read up on it. It's super unique. It's super good. Everything I've read so far, I really, really love. Another book I got at Barnes & Nobles, but it's been a few months, maybe like a month and a half since I got this. All of these books are over like the span of, I don't know, like 2-3 months. So this is not something that I just bought all at once. But I did get the 1619 Project. I really wanted to read this in February during Black History Month, and I didn't get around to it. It does have a Hulu show, but I don't want to watch this until I've read the book. I did get this from my library event, or before I bought the physical copy of it, and I cried during the prologue. And then I had so many other books that I was reading, I had to return it, and the wait list for it was really long. So I did buy a physical copy of it, and I'm just excited to get to this. This one will probably take me a while to read. I'll probably read it pretty slowly over the course of a couple of months. But this is a book that when I'm finished with it, I'm going to keep it on the bookshelf in my classroom. So last month we went to a really cool place. We live in Florida. We're about an hour and a half, 2 hours outside of Orlando. And we decided we were going to drive to Orlando and check out the thrift stores. I saw this weird random TikTok about all the cool Disney stuff that you could find in the Goodwills around Orlando. So we decided to go. And while we were there, I'm like, I would like to find a bookstore. So I searched for some bookstores, and this bookstore came up called the Library Bookstore. And I was really excited. And so we went, we found parking. And it's actually just a bookstore inside of the Orlando Public Library, which, side note, the Orlando Public Library is probably the coolest place I've ever been. If you live near there, please check it out. It's like 5 stories. They have a gift shop with amazing stuff in it, but they have like this whole floor of just technology where they have flight simulators and a place where you can do 3D printing and work on glow forges. They have a recording studio, an editing studio, a sewing room, like a photography studio. It's just amazing, the stuff they have there. So if you're ever in the Orlando area, even if you're not a member of the library, I would definitely go check it out. But anyway, so we went upstairs and I found the bookstore, library bookstore, which is just like an overflow of books that they are selling from books that they're not putting out on their shelves anymore. And I didn't find anything amazing there, but I definitely wanted to get something from there. So I picked up Toni Morrison's Paradise. I have not read anything by her yet, but I think that this sounds really interesting. I'm also wanting to read more books by POCs, and I think that this is a great addition to my bookshelf. And then I also got The Mask Falling. This is by Samantha Shannon, who wrote The Priory of the Orange Tree, which I have and still have not read. This is a different series though, and this is not even the first book in the series. But I'm like, I want to read the series eventually, so I might as well go ahead and buy it. Plus, I have this thing about bees. Like, I love bees, and this has bees on it, and so I just thought that this was really pretty. All right, last 2. So both of these came from free little libraries in my town. This one was on my list of books that I wanted. So this is Fable. I don't know when I'll get around to reading this, but it's really, I love the cover. The second book I think is called Namesake, and you can put the 2 together to make like one cohesive picture. So I think that this one's really cool. This next one was never really a book that I wanted to read, but I had seen it around a whole lot. And so after I took it out of the library, I did some reading on it, and it sounds really right up my alley, and that is Ace of Spades. So if you've read either of these, I would love to hear your feedback. If for some reason I don't get around to these, I'll just put them back in the library, pass them on to somebody else. So other than books, I do have other things that I enjoy. And one of those is playing video games. Now, I do not consider myself a gamer. I don't put that many hours in a week. Most of the games that I play are on my Nintendo Switch. I do have Hogwarts Legacy that I got for the PlayStation 4 the beginning of the summer. And I didn't get very far in it before I stopped playing it. But that's not because I didn't like it. It's just because, I don't know, I just stopped playing it. But my Switch I really like to play on because I can play on it in bed. And one of the games that I have that I've been playing for almost a year, it'll be a year in October, is Disney's Dreamlight Valley. And the cool thing is that sometime this year, I'm not sure when, they are going to go to multiplayer on the Switch version. So in the description below, I'll put my friend code. And if you play Disney Dreamlight Valley, I would love for you to friend me so that eventually we can play together and see each other's worlds. Since I have been on summer break for the last like 2.5 months, I have been watching more TV and more movies than normal. I still don't watch it a whole lot because I would rather read than watch TV. But I do have 2 things that I've watched recently that I just feel like I want to tell everybody about. One's a movie and one's a series. So the movie is called Tomorrow War. And when my boyfriend first turned it on, I said, oh, you can watch that, but I just want you to know I'm not going to watch it. I'm just going to read instead. And I ended up getting sucked into it, and I think it is one of the best movies that I have seen in a while, and I keep thinking about it. I thought it was going to just be about a futuristic war, or like a war in the future, and I was like, I don't really want to watch that. But it's so much more than that. It has aliens, it has time travel, it has like the underdog stepping up and like showing all the hoity-toity scientists who's really the winner. So anyways, the Tomorrow War, I think it came out in like 2020. I don't remember. It has a Chris in it. Chris Pratt? It might be Chris Pratt. I kind of get all the Chris's mixed up. I think it might be Chris Pratt. And anyways, I just love it. And I keep talking about it to people. I just find myself like just thinking about it and talking about it. And that doesn't happen a whole lot. And the last thing is a series that we started. I still have 2 episodes left. It's called Silo, and it is on Apple TV. There are other ways that you can watch it. We watch it. We don't have Apple TV. But it is a dystopian series, and basically all of these people, like 10,000 people, I think, basically live in this silo type of a thing, but it's a huge silo. It has like 166 levels or more. And they've been living in there for 140 years. And so now people are starting to ask questions about what's on the outside. Really, that's all that I can tell you because I haven't finished it yet. But we did find out that it is a book series. The first book in the series is called Wool. Actually, I think all of them are called Wool something. Anyways, Wool, like W-O-O-L. I don't know why it's called that, but we went ahead and ordered the first one, and my boyfriend is interested in reading it, so I'm interested in comparing the book to the movie, and definitely excited about watching the second season whenever that comes out. Might be a while because of the writer's strike, I don't know. But yeah, so if you have any other dystopian recommendations, we would love to hear them. Well, thank you for sitting through this and listening to everything that I have to say. I appreciate your views and everything, your comments, all of your interaction. So until next time.